Have you ever found yourself questioning why, despite all your efforts to stay active and healthy, your muscles just don't seem as strong as they once were? Or why, after years of getting up from a chair with ease or lifting a grocery bag without breaking a sweat, now even these simple tasks now feel like a much bigger challenge? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people experience a slow decline in their muscle strength as they age, but the real culprit behind this muscle weakening might surprise you. It's not just the natural aging process. Some of the most common foods in your everyday diet are quietly undermining your muscle health in ways you might not even realize. This issue goes far beyond just feeling a little weaker or more fatigued. The real danger is the risk of sarcopenia, an alarming, age-related condition that involves the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength. As we grow older, typically after the age of 50, our bodies naturally start to lose muscle. This process is inevitable, but here's the kicker. Certain foods and lifestyle habits can make that muscle loss happen up to 40% faster. Imagine that. Almost half the rate of muscle loss is accelerated by things you might not even be aware of. So, the question is, why is this happening? And more importantly, what can you do to stop it? In this video, I'm going to reveal the top 5 silent, mythic muscle killers that are slowly but steadily draining your strength. These are the foods and drinks you might consume every day, thinking they're harmless or even good for you. From those comforting snacks we all love to enjoy, to the everyday beverages that seem completely innocent, these common foods could be sabotaging your muscles and hastening the decline of your health. But don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what's contributing to your muscle loss, but also walk away with actionable solutions that will help you protect your muscle health, maintain your strength, and preserve your independence for years to come. Trust me, you won't want to miss these life-changing insights. Stick with me till the end to ensure you're not unknowingly harming your health. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support truly means the world to me, and if you found this video helpful, it would mean even more if you liked and shared it with others. I appreciate it. Also, I want to hear from you. If you enjoy the topic of this video, please comment 1 below. If there's anything you think I can improve on, or if you have suggestions for future videos, comment 0 and let me know. Your feedback helps me create better content just for you. Now, let's dive in and get started with these surprising muscle killers. 1. Refined carbs, white bread and processed grains. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Carbs are bad for you. It's one of those things that gets repeated so often, it's almost become a mantra, right? But if we take a moment to truly understand what that phrase means, it reveals a deeper, more concerning truth. When people talk about carbs, they're usually referring to refined carbs, those sneaky culprits hiding in white bread, pasta, pastries, and a whole host of other processed grains. Now, let's be real. These foods are an integral part of many diets, especially in America. For many, they're not just food, they're comfort. They're familiar. They're a quick source of energy that feels soothing, satisfying, and almost impossible to resist. But the reality is that these seemingly harmless choices are playing a silent, destructive role in your health, particularly when it comes to your muscle strength and vitality. What makes refined carbs so dangerous is their impact on your blood sugar. When you consume foods like white bread or pasta, your body quickly digests these simple carbs, leading to a sharp spike in blood sugar. This surge sets off a chain reaction in your body, triggering a release of insulin to manage this sugar influx. On its own, that might not sound so bad, but here's where things take a darker turn. When these spikes become a constant occurrence, they create an environment ripe for inflammation. And here's the kicker. Chronic inflammation is not something that should be brushed aside as just a minor inconvenience. No, inflammation is a stealthy, often invisible enemy that sabotages muscle regeneration. It interferes with the body's ability to repair muscle tissue and rebuild strength, which, let's face it, is exactly what we need to maintain muscle mass as we grow older. Over time, this inflammation weakens our body's natural ability to recover, making us more susceptible to muscle deterioration. Now, think about that for a moment. Each time you reach for that slice of white bread or enjoy a comforting bowl of pasta, you're feeding your body something that may provide a momentary burst of energy, but is setting the stage for long-term harm. You might not notice the effects right away, but they accumulate. Slowly, day by day, these foods are contributing to the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. The worst part? You're likely unaware of the toll they're taking. It's easy to justify, right? Just one more piece won't hurt, you tell yourself. But as you continue to indulge in refined carbs, you're unknowingly eroding your muscle health. It's a slow process, but the effects are undeniable, and eventually, you'll feel fatigue creeping in, muscles growing weaker, and your body becoming more sluggish. The emotional side of this isn't just about the physical toll. It's about feeling like you're slowly losing a part of yourself. Your body doesn't feel as strong or as capable as it used to. You begin to notice the differences. Getting up from a chair feels more difficult, climbing stairs is a little harder, and even lifting groceries seems like a bigger task. That used to be easy, right? But this is the reality that refined carbs are pushing us toward. It's a steady decline that's difficult to reverse once it gains momentum. But don't lose hope just yet. There is a silver lining. The beauty of it all is that you have the power to change things. You don't have to give up flavor or comfort. By making conscious, small changes in your diet, you can start to turn things around. Swapping out refined carbs for whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread can help stabilize your blood sugar levels and significantly reduce inflammation. These foods aren't just better for your muscles, they're better for your overall health. By choosing these nutrient-packed options, you're taking an active stand in protecting your muscle health, strengthening your body, and ultimately feeling better in your skin. It's not about deprivation. It's about making better choices that will leave you feeling more energized, more capable, and ultimately, stronger. Don't let those refined carbs continue to chip away at your vitality. Start making those changes today, and watch how your body responds in kind. Stronger, healthier, and more vibrant than ever. 2. Fructose-rich juices, orange juice and other fruit juices. Fruit juices, especially those rich in fructose like orange juice and other similar drinks, are often mistakenly hailed as a healthier alternative to sodas or artificially sweetened beverages. The common assumption is that because these drinks come from fruit, they must be good for you. After all, fruits are packed with essential nutrients, right? Unfortunately, this assumption can be dangerously misleading. While they may seem like a natural choice, these fruit juices are hiding one of the biggest threats to your muscle health. Unlike whole fruits, which are packed with fiber that slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, fruit juices have had that vital component removed. When you sip on a glass of orange juice or any other juice, you're not only taking in a concentrated amount of sugar, but you're also setting your body up for a rapid and dangerous spike in blood sugar levels. This sudden surge is followed by a sharp increase in insulin production, the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar. At first glance, this might seem harmless. After all, your body naturally handles sugar, right? But let me tell you, these sugar spikes and the insulin surges they trigger can wreak havoc on your body, especially when they occur regularly. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. What many people don't realize is that this constant roller coaster of blood sugar and insulin can create a storm of chronic inflammation in your body. This inflammation doesn't just put you at risk for health issues like heart disease or diabetes. It directly impacts your muscles, too. Chronic inflammation makes it far more difficult for your body to repair and regenerate muscle tissue, which is essential for maintaining strength, particularly as you grow older. Your muscles, which need constant care and attention, are silently suffering under the weight of this inflammation, and the result is a loss of strength that could easily be avoided. But that's not all. If you regularly consume fruit juices, especially in large quantities, you could be setting yourself up for another dangerous health condition: fatty liver disease. This condition occurs when too much fat builds up in the liver, interfering with its ability to detoxify the body properly. The liver, which is supposed to be your body's natural filter, becomes sluggish, and as a result, your body is no longer able to process and use the nutrients it needs for muscle recovery and growth. The importance of this cannot be overstated. Without the proper detoxification and nutrient processing, your muscles will struggle to stay strong and healthy, making it that much harder to preserve your strength as you age. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. A glass of fruit juice feels refreshing, and it's packed with vitamins, right? But here's the thing. These juices can pack an alarming amount of sugar, sometimes even more than a can of soda. And the vitamins and nutrients that are in them don't even come close to the full spectrum of benefits you get from eating whole fruits. Whole fruits provide fiber, antioxidants, and a wide range of nutrients that you just can't get from a glass of juice. And let's not forget the sugar content, which can do far more harm than good in the long run. So, if you care about your muscle health, it's time to rethink your juice habits. A small but powerful change you can make is switching out your daily glass of juice for whole fruits. These fruits will give you everything you need: fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, without the unnecessary sugar crash. Try saving the juice for special occasions, rather than making it a regular part of your daily routine. By doing so, you'll not only help your muscles avoid inflammation and blood sugar spikes, but you'll also lighten the load on your liver, keeping it healthier and more capable of doing its job. Your muscles will thank you for this change, and more importantly, your body as a whole will be stronger, more vibrant, and better equipped to handle the challenges of aging. We all deserve to age gracefully, and by making a simple choice today, you can ensure that you're giving your muscles and your body the support they need to thrive. This change, though small, can have a massive impact on your health, helping you maintain your strength, vitality, and energy for many years to come. 3. Processed meats: ham, bacon, salami. Processed meats like ham, bacon, and salami. Oh, how many of us adore them? They have been a part of our meals for as long as we can remember, filling our plates with deliciously salty, savory flavors that bring comfort with every bite. They're quick to prepare, often satisfying in texture with a crispy bite or chewy indulgence, and they're seemingly everywhere, from breakfast tables to sandwiches and snack trays. But here's the hard truth. These so-called comfort foods that have become beloved staples might be secretly sabotaging your muscles and your long-term health more than you realize. Processed meats are far from the innocent indulgence they seem to be. Packed with unhealthy fats, excessive sodium, and chemical preservatives, they're not just a quick fix for flavor, they're a dangerous combination for your body. These ingredients may make the meat taste irresistible, but they come at a cost that's far too high. One of the most concerning effects is how they negatively impact your blood circulation. High sodium levels and unhealthy fats work together to cause your blood vessels to tighten, narrowing their passageways and restricting the flow of oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. This means your muscles are deprived of what they truly need to thrive, grow, and recover. When blood flow is hindered, the healing process slows down, leaving your muscles more vulnerable to strain and less capable of regenerating after exertion. But that's not all. Processed meats aren't just loaded with harmful fats and salt. They're often packed with chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. These chemicals are added to preserve the meat's color and extend its shelf life, but don't be fooled by their longevity in the fridge. Research shows that these chemicals are linked to chronic inflammation in the body, and it's inflammation that plays a major role in muscle degeneration. Over time, chronic inflammation can damage muscle cells, accelerating the very process of muscle loss that we all fear as we age. And it doesn't stop there. This relentless inflammation can also interfere with the body's ability to maintain or even build strength, making it harder to stay fit and active. If you've been regularly indulging in these processed meats, you might be unknowingly setting yourself up for muscle weakness, chronic fatigue, and an increased risk of sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. It's a condition that creeps up on us as we age, And what's even more unsettling is that your seemingly innocent habit of reaching for an extra slice of bacon or a sandwich layered with salami could be fast-tracking this process. Every time you opt for processed meats, you're not just satisfying your taste buds. You could be accelerating the inevitable decline in muscle strength that many of us dread. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up all meats to protect your muscles. You just need to make smarter, more mindful choices. Instead of reaching for those processed options, why not try leaner cuts of fresh meat, like turkey or chicken? These healthier alternatives are packed with the protein your muscles need without all the unhealthy baggage. Or better yet, explore plant-based protein sources, such as beans, lentils, and tofu, which provide an abundance of nutrition without the detrimental effects of processed meats. By making these conscious, healthier choices, you'll not only be giving your muscles the nutrients they need to stay strong, but you'll also be improving your overall health. Think of it as an act of self-care, a small but powerful change that will benefit you in the long run. Your body and your muscles will thank you for it. And in the end, isn't it worth it to protect what's truly important? I believe it is. Don't let those extra slices of bacon cost you your strength. It's time to make better choices, for your body, for your future, and for the life you deserve. 4. Spinach, when consumed raw in excess. Spinach has long been celebrated as one of the most powerful superfoods in the world, a nutrient-packed vegetable loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that can do wonders for your overall health. It's often touted as a miracle food for muscle health, and rightfully so, as it's filled with essential nutrients that support muscle function and performance. However, while spinach is an undeniably healthy addition to your diet, there's a hidden downside that many of us overlook, particularly when we consume it raw and in excess. You see, raw spinach contains a naturally occurring compound known as oxalic acid. This substance, though natural, can have a rather sneaky effect on our bodies, particularly when we consume spinach in large amounts. Oxalic acid binds with important minerals like calcium and magnesium, two essential nutrients that our muscles rely on to function properly. These minerals play a crucial role in everything from muscle contraction to strength and recovery, and without them, our muscles can quickly become deprived of the nourishment they need to stay strong and perform at their best. The real danger is that oxalic acid prevents our bodies from absorbing these crucial minerals effectively. So, even though you might think you're fueling your body with all the right nutrients by eating raw spinach, in reality, you could be robbing your muscles of the very substances they need to thrive. Imagine all that effort you put into eating healthy, only to find out that the spinach you're consuming is blocking your body from getting the full benefits it could offer. It's a bitter irony, isn't it? Over time, this mineral depletion can lead to a whole range of frustrating and painful muscle-related problems. Muscle fatigue, cramping, and even weakness can start to creep in, leaving you feeling drained and sore after your workouts. If you've ever found yourself struck by sudden muscle cramps after indulging in a large serving of raw spinach, you might have experienced firsthand the negative effects of oxalic acid. It's not just a coincidence, it's the compound working against your body, quietly sabotaging your efforts to stay strong. But here's the good news. All is not lost. You don't have to give up on this powerhouse vegetable altogether. The trick lies in how you prepare it. When spinach is cooked, the levels of oxalic acid are significantly reduced. This means that when you cook your spinach, it becomes much easier for your body to absorb the essential minerals, like calcium and magnesium, which are vital for muscle function. By cooking spinach, you're essentially unlocking its full nutritional potential, ensuring that your body can get all the benefits without the hidden drawbacks. So, the next time you reach for that fresh spinach, think twice before eating it raw in large quantities. Instead, try cooking it. You can sauté it, steam it, or add it to soups and stews. There are endless ways to incorporate cooked spinach into your meals, and by doing so, you'll continue to reap all the muscle-boosting benefits while protecting your body from unnecessary fatigue or weakness. It's a small adjustment, but one that can make a big difference in how your body responds to this nutrient-dense green. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, Please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. By making this simple change in how you consume spinach, you can continue to enjoy the goodness of this amazing superfood while supporting your muscle health and ensuring your body gets the calcium and magnesium it so desperately needs. Don't let a small oversight like this get in the way of your goals. Let's make sure we're feeding our bodies the right way, in the most effective and nourishing manner possible. The rewards are worth it. 5. Excessive caffeine, coffee, and energy drinks. Let's face it, for so many of us, that steaming cup of coffee in the morning is more than just a beverage. It's an essential, almost sacred ritual that kickstarts our day. And let's not forget about the afternoon energy drink. That quick fix we reach for when we're feeling sluggish and in need of a burst of energy. But as much as we rely on caffeine to give us that jolt of focus and alertness, we often overlook the hidden consequences of excessive caffeine consumption, especially when it comes to our muscles. I'm guilty of it too, thinking that one more cup or energy drink won't hurt, but the truth is, it's slowly wearing away at our muscle health. Caffeine, particularly from coffee and energy drinks, is a well-known diuretic, which means it increases urination. And what happens when we urinate more frequently? We lose vital minerals, like calcium and magnesium, that our body desperately needs for proper muscle function and contraction. I cannot stress enough how crucial these minerals are. Without them, our muscles simply cannot perform at their best. Imagine your muscles like a car engine, and calcium and magnesium are the oil that keeps everything running smoothly. If you run your engine without oil, it's only a matter of time before things break down. That's exactly what happens to your muscles when they're deprived of these essential minerals. You're setting yourself up for fatigue, muscle cramps, and weakness without even realizing it. But the trouble doesn't stop there. Excessive caffeine consumption triggers a rise in cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. And here's the thing, cortisol is important when it's kept at healthy levels, helping us respond to stress. But when cortisol levels are chronically elevated due to excessive caffeine, it can wreak havoc on our muscle health. Elevated cortisol promotes the breakdown of muscle tissue, making it harder for us to maintain and build muscle mass. It's like constantly running on fumes, and over time, this wear and tear takes a toll. The more caffeine we consume, the higher those cortisol levels climb, leading to muscle degradation and, in the long run, even accelerating muscle loss as we get older. The thought of watching our muscles slowly fade away because of something as seemingly harmless as caffeine is downright disheartening. And, as if that wasn't enough, there's another devastating consequence of caffeine that we can't ignore: its impact on sleep. For many of us, we reach for that cup of coffee or energy drink to stay awake, but what we fail to realize is that caffeine can mess with our ability to get quality sleep. And sleep, well, it's essential for muscle repair and regeneration. During deep sleep, our muscles are allowed to recover and rebuild from the stress of daily life. But when caffeine keeps us up at night or disrupts our sleep cycle, we're robbing our muscles of the precious time they need to regenerate. The result? Muscle recovery is hindered, and we end up feeling more fatigued and sore for much longer than we should. So, yes, that comforting cup of coffee in the morning or that energy drink in the afternoon might seem harmless, even necessary to get us through the day. But the truth is, too much caffeine can set off a chain reaction of damaging effects on our muscles. The good news? It's not about giving up caffeine completely, it's about moderation. If you're anything like me, it's not easy, but cutting back is worth it. 1 cup of coffee in the morning is more than enough to give you that boost without sending your muscles into overdrive. Try to steer clear of consuming caffeine late in the afternoon or evening, as it can interfere with your sleep and disrupt that all-important muscle recovery process. If you find that cutting back is difficult, consider switching to decaffeinated beverages or herbal teas. Trust me, they can be just as soothing and won't have the same negative impact on your muscle health or your sleep. By being mindful of how much caffeine we consume, we can protect our muscles, improve our sleep, and give our bodies the time and nourishment they need to repair, regenerate, and ultimately thrive. It's all about balance, and I'm confident we can make small adjustments that will lead to huge benefits for our muscle health in the long run. As we wrap up, I hope you've gained a better understanding of how caffeine can impact your muscle health in ways you might not have expected. From its effect on essential minerals to its influence on cortisol levels and sleep, it's clear that moderation is key. So, take a moment and reflect. What is one thing you've learned today that you're going to take to heart and start practicing in your own life? I'd love to hear from you. Please drop a comment below and let me know what stood out to you the most. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Your support means the world to us. Stay healthy and take care of yourself. Your muscles will thank you.